A secret test of character begins when a powerful and wealthy CEO, accustomed to people treating him with respect only because of his status, decides to uncover the truth about those who work around him. Surrounded by luxury and authority, he has learned that smiles can be fake and loyalty often comes with hidden motives. Curious and cautious by nature, he chooses an unusual method to test honesty. He pretends to be asleep. As the CEO lies still, eyes closed and breathing steady, he silently observes the shy maid who enters the room to do her routine work. She is known for being quiet, avoiding attention, and keeping her head down, rarely speaking unless spoken to. Believing the CEO is unconscious, she thinks she is completely alone, free from judgment, fear, or pressure. This moment becomes the true test of her character. What the CEO hopes to discover is not efficiency or skill, but humanity. Will she complain, act carelessly, or take advantage of the situation? Or will her actions reflect the same humility and integrity she shows when others are watching? In this private, unguarded moment, the maid's real nature begins to surface. Every small gesture, every choice she makes, becomes a reflection of who she truly is deep inside. For the CEO, the silent observation is more than a test. It is a search for truth in a world where power often blurs sincerity. Unaware that she is being watched, the maid's behavior reveals something far more valuable than wealth or status: genuine character. And in that quiet room, without a single word spoken, the foundation for a life-changing realization is laid. Unexpected kindness revealed unfolds in the quietest and most powerful way. Believing the CEO is fast asleep, the shy maid continues her work with a calm, gentle presence. There is no audience, no reward, and no pressure to impress. In this private moment, her true nature comes to light. Instead of rushing through her duties or acting carelessly, she moves with sincerity and respect, treating the room and the man within it with dignity. She notices small details that others would ignore. The blanket has slipped slightly, and without hesitation, she carefully adjusts it so he will not feel cold. She lowers her voice, even though there is no one to hear, and moves softly to avoid making noise. Her actions are not dramatic, yet they carry deep meaning. She is not motivated by fear of losing her job or hope of gaining favor. She simply cares. At one point, she pauses, noticing signs of exhaustion on his face. In a quiet, almost whispered tone, she expresses concern, wishing that he could rest peacefully despite the burdens he must carry. There is no bitterness in her words, no envy toward his wealth or power, only empathy. She treats him not as a CEO, but as a human being, unseen and unnoticed. Her kindness flows naturally, without expectation of praise or recognition. This is compassion in its purest form, gentle, honest, and selfless. For the CEO, who secretly witnesses every moment, this behavior is shocking. He realizes that true goodness does not announce itself. It exists quietly in small acts done when no one is watching. And in that realization, his understanding of people, loyalty, and trust begins to change forever. A moment that changes everything arrives silently, yet its impact is powerful and irreversible. As the CEO continues to pretend he is asleep, every gentle action and quiet word from the maid sinks deeply into his heart. He has built his life on control, authority, and careful judgment, believing that power reveals truth. But in this moment, he realizes how wrong he has been. What he witnesses is not obedience driven by fear, but goodness born from genuine character. The shock is not loud or dramatic, it is emotional. The CEO feels something unfamiliar: humility. For the first time in years, he sees someone who expects nothing from him, someone who gains nothing by being kind. Her compassion challenges everything he believes about trust and loyalty. He has spent his life surrounded by people who flatter him, yet none have shown the quiet sincerity displayed by the shy maid. As he lies there, his mind races. He begins to question how often he has misjudged people based on their position, appearance, or confidence. He wonders how many acts of silent goodness he has overlooked simply because they came from someone with no status or voice. In that instant, the walls he built around himself begin to crack. When the maid finally leaves the room, the CEO opens his eyes not just physically, but emotionally. He knows that nothing will be the same again. His perception of power, respect, and worth has shifted. The maid is no longer invisible to him. She has become someone extraordinary. This single, quiet moment reshapes his understanding of humanity, proving that true value is revealed not in grand gestures but in sincere actions, performed when no one is watching.